This massive tree. Now, I thought this was a banyan tree, but I don't think it is. Because, and I may have my trees wrong, but just to give you a perspective of the size of this. It's crazy. But the tree in front of the Thomas Edison home that has a similar base structure, the leaves, if I recall correctly, are more like a ficus tree. And these are more long, like kind of like an avocado tree. So, very interesting. That one is not labeled. Oh, and cute, they have a little picnic area over here. Very nice. There is a giant monstera. It's a pretty big one. Incredible. This looks like some type of hydrangea. I love the color of the flowers. Kind of more of a coral pink. Y'all, these koi are about as big as a carp. Holy moly. And of course, they think they're going to get food, so here they come. They're not coming to me, they're coming to Chris. That's funny. But I like the little art here in the garden. It's very funky. And these rocks with the little plants growing out of them. Look at this, y'all. They are just huge. Here's my hand, and remember, they're underwater. I'd say on average, they're about 2.5 feet long. That one's really fat. This one right here. And I bet y'all don't share, do you? Do you? You can get an idea of bird versus fish. Oh my gosh. We are over at the Panther area waiting for a tram tour. The tram tour guide, Carolyn, was so sweet. She explained to us, you know, she asked us if we had been here before. She pointed out things that were nearby that we could visit before the tram tour begins in 15 minutes. And then she walked us over here to the Panther pen, and she knew exactly where the Panther's laying. Let's see if I can get this. He's kind of in between these trees here, laying down. Every now and then you can see maybe a little movement right. Let's see if I get my hand in here, since we're zoomed in a little bit. Right there. He's in between these two trees where you see that green opening in the back there. It's a good place for a panther to be on a day like today. Although it's very cool. Very, very cool. But, you know, typical cat behavior. Get up to eat and drink, walk around a little bit, and go back to sleep. But he's well taken care of, you can tell. He's got a big pail of water here. Has some balls to play with. A couple, actually. Nice donation. Nice pen here. And another ball to play with. Let's see if we can get a better view from here. I don't think we can. But I like the little rock shady area they have for them too, because that rock would be a lot cooler in the summertime than the ground. Very nice enclosure. Yep, we have movement. Which way is it going to go? Oh, there it is. It's the head. You see the head over there. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. It's getting to be feeding time for some of the flamingos and everything, and the otters, so must be aware that things are going to happen soon. And while we're sitting here for the tram tour, we have these lovely gold flowers over here, some over there. Glad we were able to get the panther. That is so unusual. And here's the tram. We're being pulled by a truck. They do not allow strollers, obviously. These are pretty narrow trams. I'm gonna guess if you needed an extra step to get on there, they probably have a little step stool in the truck if you asked for it, perhaps. But we're sitting in the back of the tram. Because we're the bad kids. We're the troublemakers. Now the tram tour is 25 minutes. So it'll be perfect timing. If you come here for the 1:30 tram ride, you'll have time to do the tram tour and then come back in time for the flamingo feeding and to be followed by the otter feeding.
Okay, so safety rules, stay seated, keep those arms at the nose, and ignore the mental harbor. On the driver's side is the butterfly garden, 6 species worldwide. They get their color from eating algae and crustaceans like shrimp. Now, James is the older flamingo that's been born here. He turned 6 years old on August 1st, and we have a birthday party for him every year as well. The white birds you see roaming around are American white ibis. They're known as Florida chickens or hurricane birds. They are the last animals to leave before a hurricane comes, first ones to return after the hurricane has passed. Behind the flamingos, there are bobcats, alligators, turtles, tortoises, river otters, and the American black bear. We're packing some peafowls here on the driver's males with the blue neck. Peahens are the females with the green neck, and they're native to India and Sri Lanka. There's a white one here on the passenger side neck, and the Ray home was built in 1930s. Potted plants built to increase the water to provide oxygen and nutritious and food for the animals. Because there are turtles, fish, and other wildlife that live in the pond there. And every year, this is where Flamingo Gardens release the native hatcheries back into the wild. We also release native birds back here too. Last year, Flamingo Gardens was rehabilitated and released over 700 expensive birds back into the wild. Flamingo Gardens also donate some of its animals to zoos and other wildlife sanctuaries. Largest breeding program. Oh, look, a couple of turtles came out. Look on the palm trunk there in the water. You'll see a couple of turtles. We have sliders, scoochers, or the soft-shell turtles, common snapping turtles that live in the pond here.
Look over here.
And then we have more of the American white ibis. They're the mascot for the Miami Hurricanes. Now here we have a pair of Egyptian geese. They have the pink-leg. You'll notice the brown ring around their eyes like they're wearing eyeshadow. So they're native to Northeast Africa. And once they find a mate, they stay with their mate their entire lives. They were introduced in the United States as ornamental birds. Now you'll see one of the canals I was telling you about. You'll see one there on the passenger side. As you drive throughout Florida, you'll see more of these canals. Here we have some mottled ducks. These brown ducks are native to Florida, and Florida's native birds are protected by law. They were once being hunted during the plume trade, and their feathers were being sold in the fashion industry for decorating ladies' hats. That practice was banned. So the birds, they get food and water, they get to swim and take their baths there in the pond. Now we're approaching the wetland walkway that leads up to the duck. Now several times throughout the day, the animal keepers, they go around and feed all the animals and varieties of mangoes. We only have 12 varieties in this road. They do come in different sizes, shapes, colors, flavors, textures, and some get quite large. One little way up to one weighs several pounds. Notice the bee box. The mango trees here typically flower from November to March. I've seen them with extended flowering periods, starting as early as September, all the way through until the following year, May. Now the flowers get pollinated by bees, flies, wasps, ants, moths, beetles, butterflies, dragonflies, even bats. Added a bee box there.
We just got dropped off by the tram at this cactus and succulent garden. And once you walk through here, wow, the varieties here are amazing. Once you walk through here, you'll go right into the butterfly conservatory. That in itself is worth the tram ride. They even have some small species of cactus in here. Wow. What's amazing is so far, maybe I've seen a couple duplicates in the agave, but other than that, oh, maybe this is a duplicate as well. I forget what kind of cactus this is. They're beautiful when they bloom. So a couple, but a lot of unusual cactus for certain. There's a cactus with a bloom. I love these coral. I believe that's called Kalanchoe. They have the names. I can't bend over to read them. Wow, what a great variety. Absolutely beautiful. And this is far back in the gardens. We've been riding. Let me see how long we've been riding. Wow. We've been riding almost the Mexican sunflower. What are these called? Tritoma, I think. Beautiful. Beautiful. Salvia. So fragrant here. Look at this unusual flower here.
Да, кстати, это маленькая ягуана, смотри. Я такие видел. Это бабочка. Бабу, маму знает. Да, зеленую, да. Бабочка. Да, черно-зеленую там.
Some coreopsis. All right, I guess it's already time to get back on the thing here. Well, yeah.
Бабуля на 20 килограммов.
Zebra. A lot of monarchs here. I was hoping to see some glasswing or some blue morpho. She's ready for us. So you don't get much time here if you take the tram, but
Tram is going.
still,
Yeah, let's go.
still very cool. But again, this is at the very back of the property, so if you have some accessibility issues, definitely recommend taking the quick tour through the conservatory with the tram ride.
Try this one this time since they took that one.
She said last year they released over 8,000 butterflies into the wild, and every month they release 100.
After 6 months or more. Other butterflies live only a few weeks. So what's the secret to their longevity? Well, they pollen as well as nectar. And that pollen contains...
There was a couple that decided to disembark and stay at the Butterfly Conservatory and walk back.
Also an endangered species. Side of the trunk. See if you can spot it there, folks, as we go up. Turn your eyes up around and look at that large orange lizard with the striped tail. Now, it is a green iguana, but that orange color signals it's in its mating season. And they also change color to camouflage. They're native to the Caribbean.
Hope he's not a toe-biting iguana. He's blended in really well there. I see you. I see your eye.
So they don't use that to smell. In fact, it's inhumane. The only bird here in Florida that's going to use that nose to smell is going to be a turkey vulture. The rest are going to use it to either breed long flies, and in general, or for flamingos specifically, they're going to use it to secrete salt, and then they'll use it breeding while flying. But I do want you to also observe this long neck. Now that long neck has 19 bones in it. They're going to use that to bring food from the mouth down to the stomach, or what we call the stomach. They'll also use that to get a girlfriend or boyfriend. So I always suggest if you're trying to get a girlfriend or boyfriend this year, you can do it a flamingo does also. That's a description. Like flamingos can't guarantee 99% of the time that they'll work. The other one is going to out there. Then remember that flamingos are great flyers, but the flamingos are not flying. Now the reason being is I have a trend that runs every person actually found in biochemical waste areas where it would singe our skin right off, living their best lives. So they can withstand well they're pretty hardy birds to get 4 rounds of rabies shots, and it's $200 a pop. So not fun, so we don't want that to happen. So unfortunately, even though those animals have nothing wrong with them, they do have to be in fight or flight, is fight or heart attack. So they'll use as our liaison for any
All right, Chris is in the Puhan Booty. This is a banyan tree native to Malaysia. It's also known as the tree of life. And I guess the peacocks aren't keen of Chris going up around their banyan tree here. But it is one main tree, and then what happens is these come down and plant themselves in, so it helps feed the main trunk, and then also when it's in a drought, these extra roots help keep the tree watered well. So we have some I love the employees here have been incredibly kind, incredibly sweet, incredibly gentle. I saw someone who had taken a butterfly out of the conservatory and the kids were handling it. And so I was a Karen, I'll admit, but I'm an animal lover, so I let someone know. And we kind of passed them, and she was very gentle in how she spoke to the woman and educated her on how dangerous it is to touch a butterfly and how it damages the wings and could kill it because it takes all the natural waxes off of the butterfly. So our tram tour guide was incredible. We tipped her and she was so enthusiastic. She does this I don't know how many times a day, but she still had that beautiful enthusiasm in her voice that made the tram very interesting. And she was very knowledgeable. And they have a place to refill your water bottles, so do that. I love these murals here. They were done by Urban Dragon Nix, Free Our Seas and Beyond. Ray Ramirez Art. And we have a little bit more garden art out here. And some real art, living art.